Again.
Do you own a watch?
Fuck off.
Mate, we know. The thing is, we know you're not even Tommy tanking because it's just not impossible for you at the minute.
I'll tell you what, I had one today, actually. No.
What, you knocked one out?
Yeah, I knocked one out today, and it was like, I nearly blacked out.
What's been happening, pal? Everything all good?
Yeah, everything's all good, mate. Look at the size of that.
Wow.
Just for the listeners as well, that isn't, he didn't pull his pants down.
I'm not shy of showing you boys. It's nothing you haven't seen before.
That's great, then, pal. Get in. That's some notes, that is, Buns. Have you got as many notes as that, mate?
No, I've got to say, he's beat me this week.
Yeah, I've literally just got a couple of sentences on my notes on my phone.
I really want this podcast to work, and I'm sick of like putting the effort in, making notes, and Buncey rocks up and doesn't even do fuck all.
No, obviously I've got notes, but I haven't got like what you've got.
Oh, you have to draw little pictures, don't you, just to remind yourself?
Yeah, I've got Buncey's bets winner on the big page there.
He has storyboards.
Look at that.
Pictogram.
Look at that Alan Shearer tuft at the top of his head. Have you seen it, look? How did the Easter bonnet competition go last week, Buns?
It's for 50p new this week. Jesus Christ.
We were saying you look like a baby chick Buns.
Did you win it with that fucking bird's nest on your head?
Yeah, easy.
hey, what do you think to Prince Philip? Sad news.
Yep.
Sad news, guys.
It is really sad because he was a character, wasn't he? He was he kind of kept everyone together, didn't he? But he was, he was all for having a bit of banter as well, weren't he? And it's like that picture I saw today, though. Like, that's horrendous. That they've obviously like come right up against the window and took the picture. Do you know what I mean? And the poor bloke's like on his arse. Do you know what I mean? He's like,
yeah, it's no, it is crazy because like the guy's 99, and like taking a picture of him to show the world how bad he looks.
Yeah.
What's the matter with this?
There's no there's no respect. It's just gutter journalism, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything for it's the money shot, in it. It's all about the money, isn't it?
I can imagine it'd be a bit of a frosty reception for Harry and Meghan now.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they're going to turn in? They've got to go, haven't they? Or at least he has.
Well, he'll definitely come, but I'm not sure about her. I don't know. Yeah, shame.
Hey, Slim, excellent recommendation on Seaspiracy, by the way.
Oh, did you watch it?
Mate, my mind is absolutely blown. Absolutely blown.
Some good stuff on there. Yeah. Very good.
Well, it was. I'll tell you what. Like, straight away was like how like the police and everything were like straight onto the doc. You know, the guy who was, what was his name? His name was Kip, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
What was that? Sorry, mate. The connection just went a little bit then.
Is it mine?
I don't know, mate. It could be either of ours. We was just on about this once actually with you moving back home. How nice it's going to be to finally all get together.
Yeah, wicked.
And get a podcast on together in the same room. It's going to be ace, isn't it?
How about that? Slimmy coming home just for the record.
The boy's back.
He's coming.
You'll have to. I'm really happy that you're coming back. I am really happy. I'm really excited for you as well.
I'm really excited as well because hopefully, I think I'm quietly confident, but I think I will get the job. There's loads of people that haven't got experience in that sort of sector, so I absolutely smashed the questions and everything. Hopefully, I'll get an interview, and then hopefully that property comes through. He's put it down again as well. I've managed to sort of I've been haggling with him all since sort of Thursday, and he's been back and forth, and he's obviously wants to get rid of the room, not because there's nothing wrong with it, but he just doesn't want to miss a month's rent. So he just keeps knocking it down, and I've just managed to get it for a cracking price, and hopefully we can get it, signed, sealed, and delivered. And look how far it is. It's literally the kids walk out the house, turn right, and then right again, walk up to the top of the hill, and then they follow that hill all the way down till it brings you to that park that's opposite my house, and they're literally right there, so they can just come and see me whenever.
That's good.
No,
that's good.
Amazing.
At least you'll be on time for the podcast.
Yeah.
Once I eventually have to go back into the building, if I get the job, it's only in West Brom as well, so it's literally just down the road. But I'm literally, as I said, I've managed to save up, about 1,200 quid since last September. So I've just been squirreling money away and just thinking I need to sort of prepare myself really and be in a better situation. But I'm literally just going to smash my driving out as soon as I move.
Yeah.
Because the first 3 months, to get the job, I'm going to be in training anyway. So my hours are just going to be normal hours, 9 to 5. So I'm going to be training for the first 3 months. So I'm literally just going to try and smash my driving out in those 3 months and then get it boxed off.
No, excellent, mate. Excellent.
I'm just
good stuff.
I'm just going to be going to just knock on every day for a brew.
You get no answer.
Walk in Bollock Lake, in with a brew for you, Dave. Morning.
And he ain't joking, he?
Oh man.
No, I think it's just because obviously I'm really pleased to be near the kids, and obviously hopefully I get this new job, and then it's just friends and family as well, and having your friends and family around and being local again, just down the road, and if there's the boxing's on or whatever, we can go watch it at Buncey's, and because he's got the are we recording?
You're trying to say I've got the complete TV package? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, yeah, you've got the
I'll pay extra.
We normally go 3 ways, don't we, Bunce, when the box office comes available?
Yeah, definitely. We always pay our way.
You've always had a premium package, Bunce, haven't you? So that's what Amy said as well, apparently.
Yeah, that's it. You got to support these people. They're doing their thing. You got to support it. So, I don't mind.
Talking of support, honestly, God, I almost found myself after watching that Seaspiracy, donating to some of these Greenpeace places and all sorts. I was just absolutely mind blown. I'd seen on that program.
Yeah,
it was as soon as the guy who was making the film, as soon as he came out of the airport, he was harassed, wasn't he, straight away by the police. I couldn't believe they just how quick and on top they were onto you.
Yeah, it was so corrupt, isn't it? It really is.
Mm-hmm. It's. I imagine that's probably what will happen when Slimmy comes back to West Brom. Be pulled over by the old bill straight away.
Here he is. Here he is.
What, avoiding council tax?
I think what was so shocking. I don't get upset when I'm watching stuff normally, but when those dolphins were being slaughtered in that cove by the Japanese, I was so choked up watching it. There was no remorse for what they were doing at all, and the belief that dolphins were causing the issue as opposed to like overfishing. It's just so backwards, like the ideology behind it all. I just can't get my head around it.
Yeah, it is so wrong what they was doing. I mean, killing them animal. I mean, you can't think of a nicer animal either, can you? When you think of, dolphins, it's just sick. Really are.
I'm not. I mean, I wouldn't harm, but I'm not really a fan of dolphins, to be honest, because they've always got that like smile, haven't they? Like they're up to something, but they're up to no good. I couldn't trust them. I've swam with dolphins as well, and I couldn't trust them then either.
Did you go swimming with them? Where was that?
No, I swam with them. I didn't sleep with them.
Oh.
That was a bit of an... What have you been up to, Buns? That was a nervous laugh.
I know where you... He was trying to fit it into the blowhole, wasn't he?
It's that, what is it? Is it that it's that MSC? Is it the Marine Steward Council? It's like supposed to be one of the world's largest sort of like sustainable seafood organisations, isn't it? And they keep going on about this sustainable fishing, and they keep going on and on and on about it, of doing sort of more of something that's not actually working. And it's almost like it's the more blue.
It's really bad. Yeah, well, the more blue ticks that they were getting, basically, the more money they were earning. So it was almost like a license to print money, wasn't it, for the companies who they were issuing the blue ticks out to? So in what world is that legal in itself?
Yeah.
Aren't they actually owned by Unilever as well, which is a massive corporation, isn't it?
Well, this is his name was Kip, wasn't it? The guy who made the film, was it Kip?
I think it was, yeah.
Well, basically, it showed you him, didn't it? He basically just chased the money trail, didn't he, from the initial kind of company who was tracking it over when he went over into Japan, and he was kind of they were all kind of integrated into each other, weren't they? All these different government organisations and corporations to save the oceanic life and stuff. And they all ended up being embroiled. They were pretty much the same company as the fisheries, the people who were going out, like these huge fucking trawlers that fucking pulling thousands of tons of fish. But the fucking like sharks and whales and dolphins, what they're catching in those nets as well. It's unbelievable, and it's so fucking shocking. Like that the rhetoric what they're putting out there is just it's plastic pollution. What's causing all the issues in the ocean and global warming, and it's like really because that's all I thought. What you keep hearing on the TV and bags for life at Asda and all the rest of it, and then when you actually. Yeah, it's absolutely horseshit. I mean, clearly it is an issue, but it's nowhere near the issue of what overfishing's causing.
Yeah.
And that's what really shocked me, because nobody's talking about it.
That MSC thing is it's almost like a huge marketing thing, isn't it? Money-making scheme. And I think it was like, if I remember when I watched it, I think, was it like 80% of the revenue? It was like 30 million they get, I think, every year or something like that. And 80% of that was from basically putting blue ticks on labels, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was mad. Some of the bits and pieces I wrote down. This is like across the globe. So between 11 and 30,000 sharks are killed on an hourly basis. I mean, how do you reverse that?
It's such a high number as well, isn't it? I mean, it's frightening to think, like, if you think 20, 30 years time when our kids are a bit older, what's it going to be like? Are they going to be an endangered species? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, like on all those things, what was interesting is like the actual global warming. There was talking about like the coral reef dying off.
Yeah.
Because basically, like the bottom feeding fish have almost become top of the food chain because there's no shark or dolphin or whale now to kill them off. So obviously, when they drop a number 2, that's what would fertilise the coral reef. But there's not enough of them now to fertilise it to keep it thriving and keep it alive. And that's like one of the reasons why there's so much CO2 being thrown into the air, because that used to drag it all into the ocean, pretty much, is what they were saying.
Yeah. All the carbon, it's crazy, isn't it? But a lot of that, like when you mentioned about like the sharks, and a lot of that was it from the bycatch as well. It wasn't it from like trawler fishing as well. So we're literally just dragging nets across the coral reef and just dragging it all up, and whatever's in the net, if it was the species they were after, then they'd keep it, and then if it wasn't, the bycatch just got through back in. But it was dead. He was saying on there it was dead before it even hit the water.
Yeah, well, no, you're right, Slim. They'd said that basically there's more netting and fishing tackle killing life in the ocean that's just left in there. So once the net's been used, it's been cut off and just thrown into the sea. There's more of that stuff killing the ocean life than plastic, just off fishing nets alone.
But yeah,
it's massively worrying, really.
It is.
It does really like have an impact on you. When you finish watching it, and you're just like you're completely like blown away from all the information you've just been overloaded with, and I found it really difficult to try and like compute it and process it all, because it was like what have I just watched? What has just happened? Like I've been completely oblivious all this time, and like you said, just thinking it, from what you see on the telly, the news, the radio, it's plastics, massive issue, like, which it obviously is partly, but then you don't realise the actual extent of what's actually going on.
It's put me off, lads. I think a few years ago, me, the wife, and the kids, we went to an animal park abroad somewhere, and they had the dolphins, doing tricks and that sort of thing. Killer whales and stuff there. And do you know what? It's put me off going. If there was one again, I don't think I'd go, because they're just, in terms of small spaces, it can't be good for the animal, can it?
But it's not.
No. It's mad that they reckon that overfishing the seas is one of the reasons why the Ebola outbreak. Basically, because like the people like in the African villages who are dependent on fishing, obviously couldn't get the normal quotas to feed the villages, basically. So they're basically having to head into the bush to eat what they call bush meat. So that could be anything from bats, monkeys. Outbreak first started.
Yeah.
And look at the devastation that caused. Actually caused like so. The only way I think we can recover this bunch is for some top football tips, I think, and get the to win a fair bit of money off some of your inside knowledge, and we can put an end to this overfishing.
I've seen something on that Seaspiracy. It looked like Buncey's tackle caught in the fishing net. It was a sea slug. It just reminded me of Buncey. I don't know why I was thinking about it.
How do you know what mine looks like? I'm a bit concerned how you think you know how mine looks like, mate. To be fair. What have you been doing? You ain't slipping at my house again. You crashed with someone else's house.
What did you say earlier? Shut up, Red House Zidane.
No, it's actually RVB Slim, Robin Van Buncey.
Well, like Arjun Robin.
Let's try and win some money this week, boys. Last week we didn't do a podcast. We had a couple of issues, but Gutted because last week's actually won, and I know we've got no proof. No one's going to believe me, but it did actually win. So let's try and follow it up with another win.
Don't believe
So we get. I know you wouldn't, Slim, but no. Let's try and win some money. So we're going for both teams to score treble. Everton versus Spurs, Newcastle versus West Ham, and Wolves versus Sheffield United. Both teams to score 6-1. Nice little treble. Bet little, win big. Please gamble responsibly, and fingers crossed.
Amazing, bud. So who was that again, mate? Just to confirm, was that 3 teams, was it?
So Everton versus Spurs, Newcastle versus West Ham, and Wolves versus Sheffield United. Both teams to score in the 3 games. So 6-1. Oh, that's a decent price. So fingers crossed.
Absolutely. Will you be on? Will you be taking? Will you be getting on that? Will you, Slimmy? Obviously, you could do with a few quid, couldn't you? Moving into a new apartment and all that.
Never. I would never put my life on it, mate. Never.
You don't fill me with confidence, Slim. Why not? What's going on? You're not confident.
That's why I've got a few. I've got a few sort of. Well, they could be classed as tips that I'm going to sort of share with you a bit later. Like with this sort of ties in with the weird news that I get involved with. There's a few things that might help people make some money out there. So listen in a bit.
Okay. Well, you know what, Slim? You know, I remember there was a bloke today down the road messing about. He had like a falcon. I think he brought a falcon around to see his mate, and it made me think. Do you remember years ago? You always said your dad had a bird problem on his roof. Do you remember?
Sorry, but I think the signal went there, mate. I didn't. No. Just to clarify, he did have a bird problem, yeah.
No, he didn't. I still can't believe to this day what you said. You have to tell Dave.
What?
About someone going on the roof, flapping his arms, about to scare all the pigeons away. That's never a true story.
It is. It was the Birdman. The Birdman it was in the Yellow Pages.
The Birdman of How's Owen?
No, it was the Birdman of wherever.
No, I'm not really.
It didn't. He wasn't tied down to specific locations, Buncey. He was just the Birdman. Any problems? What are you bringing that up for anyway, you dick? It's not even funny.
Yeah, but you told me and I don't believe you. And I hope your dad's listening to this.
Dave's shaking his head.
Yeah, but it's something you told me. I don't believe you. He's still
Calm down. Anyway, we've had a few questions coming, haven't we, for dear Dave?
We have, yeah, we have.
What's yours, Buns? Because you had one, didn't you? You had one coming. Because I've got one as well. Someone's me.
So yeah, we got someone who's messaging anonymous again. And I think she's been on there before, lads, with a couple of questions. So I think this is linked to it, to the one she got in the previous episode. And she says, so I took your advice, Dave. I did it, slept with them both, and had over 400 missed calls from my partner. Now I'm being accused of cheating. My life's a mess. Shall I leave? But I have the house and collateral to consider. I could put it on one of Buncey's football accumulators, but they are as lucky as me great granddad's lottery predictions. What the hell do I do?
Even the listeners don't have faith in you, mate.
No, I think you should do it. Put it on.
Well, for me, what I'd really like to know is why you've decided to take the leap and sleep with 2 women. My gut feeling is your old man just ain't up to the task. I think personally he's probably pushed you to this. And that's exactly what I'd say in court as well. If you don't start to toe the line, you're the victim in all of this. Remember that. I hope that advice helps.
Thanks, Dave.
Isn't there a saying that goes that a girl's got to eat? It doesn't matter what it is.
Sometimes you get pushed into the arms of another person. On this occasion, 2 other women.
Whatever will be. Crazy.
Will be. You only live life once.
That's it. That's true.
I hope the advice helps.
Do you know what? Me too. I've had one come in. This one's anonymous as well. Funny enough. They're always anonymous, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot of anonymous. Yeah.
It's getting very Sunday sport.
It is.
I get what you mean. You genuinely want to just help, don't you, Dave? And I think that do you feel like the questions are getting?
I think I think they're coming in anonymous because people are actually carrying this stuff out. That's what my concern is. The really bizarre one with the. No, but it's like, you know what I mean, Slim? We had seemingly a dwarf had choked to death on midget gums. You know, is this straight up? Where are they pulling these things from?
I haven't, but again, anonymous. And I guess this is referring to the sort of the sort of female gender.
Okay.
Asking you a question on how you feel about it. Bearing in mind you're a married man as well, so what do you think men prefer? Big and bushy, or bald as a badger? That's from anonymous.
Okay. Well, anonymous. I think what you women need to realise is us men aren't really very complicated creatures, really. When the mood takes us and we just end up over the kitchen sink, we're not too fussed if you've in MOT. We just want to let the essentially. However, there are also times, you know, when we want to turn the Marvin Gaye on and spend a little time with the man in the canoe. When we go down, we don't expect to be splitting whiskers. There's no worse like than catching a loose straggler. So in those circumstances, just treat yourself and get the veet out. I know. That's just my thoughts on it, gents. I don't know about yourselves.
I've got to say that Veet is some good stuff, because I'm going to go for turkey shade to put Veet on my face, and you know, to get rid of everything. Fucking brilliant stuff.
Did you put some on your head by accident, or?
Yeah, just a bit there.
What's your preference, Buns? Bald or bald?
Yeah, bald, mate. Yeah. Just lock my head, mate.
He weren't troubling the barbers, was he, over lockdown?
Nah, that's it. I weren't knocking on their door, mate. I haven't rang or booked in, don't worry. I'll leave it to someone who needs it.
Advice helps, Slim. You know, just my take on that. You know what I mean?
No, thanks for that advice, Dave. And yeah, keep sending your questions in, people. Hashtag Dear Dave. Send me on Messenger if you want to stay anonymous.
I mean, have you chaps ever, gone down there and it's a bit too wayward for you guys to tackle it?
When I'm interfering with myself or like with someone else.
Well,
I'm easy, mate. It's one of them. I live in the moment, mate. It is what it is. I'm not there to judge.
Bunce?
No, yeah, I'm quite easy. I'm laid back, to be fair. But if there's any hair under the armpits, I will say no. I'm not interested. That's when I say no.
The armpits.
Yeah.
It don't matter about the arms or the legs or anything else, but if they've got hairy armpits.
Yeah, get out.
Well, I don't know if I don't know about you, Slim, but I've never licked an armpit.
No, it's just a it's just a thought, lads. Just I don't know. It's something. It puts me off. I don't know. You need to be in the zone, don't you? You got to be in that zone.
What in the erogenous zone?
Yeah, but you've got to have your mindset. You've got to be on the game. You know what I mean? Just some things. Little things like that can put me off. I can't be having it.
You spent much time over Germany?
No, it's just little things. Just I don't know. It's just irritating me lately, especially in abroad. And you see like the some of the we haven't got any listeners from Germany yet, but yeah, like the German women, they have hairy armpits, don't they? They think it looks good. I mean, come on. No, it's a no from me.
Well, Bunce, no, I'm not going to say it. We'll move on.
Yeah, moving on away from that. Whatever you're into, mate, it's up to you.
Yeah, everyone's different, aren't they?
He's a married man. I told you he was troubled.
Yeah, Bunce, will you do me a favour though?
Yeah.
Before tonight, will you just follow through on Slimmy's request what he asked earlier on the WhatsApp group?
Oh God. Do you know what? I don't want to participate in these childish games.
If Slimmy does it, will you do it? If Slimmy does it, will you do it?
All I've been trying to get you to. I know you've been busy. I don't know what you've been doing, but I haven't heard of all day. But literally, I just want to get a. Oh yeah.
Why do you want to do that so much for? You don't have me as a ringtone. Tell you that.
He just threw me off. I did it this morning. I went, Dave, can I get a oh yeah? And he just went, I've put it together and it recorded. I've literally got it as my ringtone now. So it goes, can I get a oh yeah?
I'll tell you though, Bunce, the first like video recording I sent him, or the audio thing on the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I actually shouted. Suck his effing PP.
I like that one. It gets me off guard all the time. I play it loud. It gets me all the time. I play it loud, like thinking, it's going to be something, like a serious conversation, and it's like that's full blast, loud as he can. Brilliant.
He's got the places he's got me. Like one today, because obviously, like, we were talking about the podcast, so I thought he was giving me a message about the podcast. So I pressed play and he was going, he's got me while I've been in the cubicle at work. He got me on the tram. And he got me just as I walked into reception at work. And it just, one, it frightens the life out of you, but then two, you shit yourself because it's like shouting what Sucky's effing widge.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't, I've got a few stories that I found here. Just on the back of Buncey's bets. If you don't want to have a dabble on his bets, I've got a few stories here that might help you out coming out of the back of the pandemic and the lockdown. The first one, there's a woman that earns £4,000 a month for making videos of herself farting.
Really?
A month.
Wow.
So she's making videos, putting them online, and people are paying to watch her fart, and she's earning £4,000 a month.
Jesus.
So, what, you don't fancy having a dabble? You want to make a bit of pocket money? Maybe make a few videos.
I can see it now. We have loads of videos sent to us, people farting.
What is she selling? Is it like on an OnlyFans or something? Is it just an audio, or is it actually like a video clip of her sat there?
Actual videos of her like sat there, like ripping it out.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, isn't it?
If people are a little bit hesitant on putting one of Buncey's bets down, why not? Make a few videos and.
Do you know what, mate? I'm tempted to start farting myself instead of putting my bets on. You convinced me there. I might just knock Buncey's bets off and do farts instead.
You probably make more money than what we expect. That little fart big. Mate. The other one, if you want to make some money, there's people that pay up to £58 to £60 an hour for a professional cuddler.
Wow.
I'm all about sharing the love, lads. I'm all about sharing the love. And I mean, some of them are married women as well that pay like £60 an hour for someone to cuddle them.
Yeah. Sign me up, baby.
I reckon like cuddles when he's big Dave with his big manly cuddles.
Definitely.
Snuggles.
I'd pay.
Snuggles with Dave.
Just feeling his gentle whiskers brushing against your cheek.
Well, I'm the only one out of the three of us where they might actually get a poke in the back as well.
I can slap it off the back.
You get the nose in the back. Poke by the nose.
Oh no, he didn't.
He's done it now, hasn't he? He's really gone below the belt now.
He knows I struggle, and he knows it's like I'm really conscious about it. And he does it every single time.
Oh dear.
I've always wondered. I'm just so surprised. It's like it's taken like 7 or 8 podcasts now to actually. I thought it was going to come out on number 1.
So I was prepared for it, and then you know what? Because he hasn't done it all through the podcast, and then he just drops the bombshell like that. How do you sleep at night, Bunce?
I don't know, to be honest, mate. I snore terribly, to be honest. Bad snorer, Slim.
The back of his head's like a baby's head, isn't it? Do you know where they sleep and the hair just falls off?
Lads, did you see any of the football this week?
What did I watch this week? I watched. Is it Arsenal?
Yeah, Arsenal. I'll tell you what, Arsenal. Did you see any of the Man U game? They were playing Granada, and something happened in that game. And it was all in view as well. The camera, he timed it perfect. There was a streaker. He looked like Jesus. It was this streaker.
I've seen it a picture of it on Twitter.
Yeah, I've just read the story today about how he got into the ground, because obviously you're not allowed fans. And he basically got in at 7 o'clock in the morning into the ground, and he hid under one of them canvases for 14 hours.
Jesus wept.
That's dedication, isn't it? That
he wanted to get seen, didn't he?
Definitely.
I'll tell you what. I've stopped watching so much football now, Buncey. The VAR has absolutely killed it for me.
Yeah,
it's absolutely killed it. I just can't sit and watch it. I'm all for like the goal line technology, but the VAR, it's like sport it for me.
No, I agree. I think a lot of people are turning to the lower leagues, aren't they, and watching, like Warsaw's league and the Championship and League One, League Two, because it is ruining the game, like you say, mate. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's shocking. Even looking at like the thickness of somebody's shirt or something daft now. Yeah. No, I can't get on with it.
If I was going to play, I'm going to play devil's advocate here, because I think it brings a little bit of excitement, me personally.
Oh dear.
Yeah, because you
can't celebrate a goal now, can you? If the goal goes in, it's like,
but it's the build up of the decision as well, though, isn't it?
It winds me up.
Fuck off, Slimmy.
Got a toenail offside or something. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And they got like this bloke coming out with all these little lines. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
What I do when they get all the analytics out and start doing all the lines and stuff and marking the distance between the arm and how far the other person's arm was out, or his nose or his ear or his like tuft of hair at the front of his bald head, or
yeah, I mean, but especially the Man City game was a prime example this week. That Jude Bellingham, he scored a goal. There was no foul at all, but because the referee blew the whistle, he couldn't go back and change the decision. You know what I mean? They need to look into it more, don't they? And just see what's best for football. They don't want to ruin the game.
He's talking about all these analytic bunts. Maybe he should have been the head of marketing for us. You know what I mean? There's not much coming out of community liaison, is there?
No, that's true.
I'm like covert. I do all the stuff behind the scenes that you don't even know that's going on.
What's that then?
Yeah, the predator hunters will be after you, mate. We know what's going on behind the scenes.
Second on it now, it's got us really far in it.
Well, on that note, Bunce, we've just been approved on Amazon Music, haven't we?
Yeah, that's really good news, boys. Really good.
Yeah. Put that in your pipe, sleep.
Yeah. Hopefully, Apple should hopefully be in touch this week.
What's going on here?
What's up, Slim?
I'm just feeling a bit singled out here.
What do you mean?
That day I'll put that in your pipe and smoke it.
No. I just, there was just a blatant attack on marketing there. I was just sticking up for Bunce, that was all.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate that.
Hold on a second. How many conversations have me and you have to have for marketing?
Okay, at the start we did have to have a few crosswords, didn't we? At the start.
At what point? I think I say what point?
No, just share it on the page.
Almost right. It was like a COVID slogan with him, weren't it? Messaging him. Delete the profile, keep the page,
and share the links.
Yeah. We just kept saying the same stuff. Like
it was just like, I don't know what you mean. Delete the profile, keep the page, and share the link.
I used to go to bed and I was saying him asleep. delete the profile, keep the page. Yeah, it's just relentless. He was just relentless.
That's why you get just for the viewers as well. That's why he's got his name Mark from marketing. So he's officially Mark from marketing.
And do you know what, Bunce? You're doing a sterling job as well, mate. Let me tell you.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you, mate.
So it's we haven't had the tap on the watch yet, have we, Slim?
It's getting close.
There it is. There it is.
We're into added time, VAR time.
But,
it's the goal line technology. Do you know when his watch buzzes when the ball goes over the line?
Yeah.
when the watch round his cock buzzes.
It's talking of the analytics and stuff though. It's nice to see the followers are and the downloads are increasing across the globe. France.
Yeah.
France,
thank you for the listener in France and yeah.
Couple spots across Australia as well now. Good day to you boys down there, or ladies.
Yeah, good day.
Matt, I wonder if one of them's Ebony Bridges, Bunce.
Well, I'm going to try and get her on, lads, for a bit of a talk. I think some things need to be talked about, especially is she a boxer or is she a model? You can't be both. You know.
Well, to be fair, there'll probably be a few questions I'd like to pose her, based off some of the stuff you'd sent me and Slimmy on the WhatsApp group.
Yeah. To be honest, lads, I think Annie's a bit I think the wife's a bit concerned as well this week. I've
been saying to Dave that there needs to be some intervention with you, Bunce, because you're obviously, I've said it before at the start, you're a very troubled man. And you're a married man. So just bear that in mind.
I mean, end of the day, she's someone's daughter.
No, I agree. I just like her for her boxing skills. I think she's got fantastic uppercut. And for the record, she can uppercut and chin me any day she likes, because she really can.
Look how big his eyes are again.
I can uppercut you and chin you if you carry on talking about her.
You see how big his eyes and his nostrils were flaring out and everything then.
Amy was staring at him with raised eyebrows.
Just like Eddie Hearn he's like Eddie Hearn the way.
For the record, I'm not getting involved. I don't want to be part of your filthy little tainted lies and everything. I don't want to get involved.
No, mate. I just think she's a good boxer. I like watching boxing, mate, and I think she's a good talent.
Who do you think will win? Because I genuinely think it'll be a right scrap.
Yeah, she's got. I do think Shannon Courtney might win this one. Hopefully it's on tonight. And actually, as we record, lads, hopefully Shannon Courtney wins and we can get to see Rachel Ball from Aldridge. That'd be great. Get her back.
Local lass. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Get a rematch.
Yeah. Rachel Ball.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
No, it's we better wrap it up, Slim.
Yeah.
I've got a quick shout out as well that I wanted to do. We've got I've got a few people up here, a few sort of avid listeners. One of them's actually my friend. She's not well at the minute either, so I just want to shout out to Lois. And thanks for listening in, and I hope you get better. And I'll speak to you sort of soon. Yeah, genuinely hope you get better. But I really listening.
Who was that? Sorry, Slim. I think this connection just broke up a little bit then.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Lois. Shout out to Lois. She's not been well, so I just thought I'd give her a bit of a shout out and I hope she gets better.
Yeah, get well soon. Get well
soon, Lois. Yeah.
So, and one of our other listeners, little boys as well, fractured his arm. Mark Green. Me and Buncey are actually at college with him. So we sent a message to him in the week as well. So hopefully he'll be well on the mend by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be getting to well soon.
Hope he's on the mend, lads.
Yeah. Yeah, no, guys, it's always good to catch up with you, and I'll see you. I'll see you in a week's time.
Good stuff, lads.
How soon do you think it'll be, Slim, before we're all actually in a room together?
What, and people actually get to see our faces?
Well, it might be best we wear a mask.
Yeah, I'm wearing one. I'm nervous.
I hope Buncey wears a mask.
I'll be wearing a cap, mate. Don't worry.
I think Buncey needs to wear a wig.
Quiffy now.
I suppose one yeah, stay clear of them cans of tuna, lads, and I'll see you later. Watch how you go.
Yeah, take care, boys.
Listen, everyone, take care.